Hi everyone, my name is Miss Mary-Lou. I am the library director here at the Graves Library, and because you can't come to us, we thought we would bring some stories to you. So every night at 6:45, now we are going to post these readings on our Facebook page for you to listen to and enjoy. The story that I chose to read tonight is called The Christmas Tree Farm. When I was growing up, my dad assigned me the job of going with him and cutting down the tree and bringing it back home to my sisters and my mom so we could all decorate the tree together. So we had a little red truck just like this one, and we would take it to the Christmas tree farm and we would cut down our tree and put it on the back and take it back home, and we would have lots of fun. So I'm going to share with you one of my favorite stories, The Christmas Tree Farm. This story is written by Amy Purmell and it's illustrated by Jill Weber. And we'd like to thank Holiday House for allowing us to read this story to you tonight. Grandpa and I sit on the seat of his tractor. We drive along the path that winds through the woods filled with Christmas trees. There are spruces, pines, and firs. Some of these trees are older than Grandpa. It is November, and snow sprinkles the ground. The air is cold. It nips at my nose. We wear warm coats, hats, gloves, and boots. Grandpa points to a tree with bushy branches. We climb down. "This is a good Scotch pine," he says. Grandpa and I pull safety glasses over our eyes. The chainsaw starts with a roar. Grandpa holds the whirring blade to the bottom of the tree, cutting through the trunk. Wood chips fly, and the tree topples over. Grandpa switches off the saw. It is quiet, except for the cawing of crows. He holds the pine by its trunk and he shakes it. Dry needles fall to the ground. Grandpa drags the tree to the wagon behind the tractor. 1, 2, 3. We lift the tree together into the wagon. Back on the tractor, Grandpa nods at a Douglas fir with short, soft needles, and we add that one to our load. We cut trees all afternoon. My gloves are sticky with pine sap, and the smell tickles my nose. By dinner time, the wagon is full of trees for people who cannot cut their own. The day after Thanksgiving, Grandpa unlocks the door to the tree hut where customers pay for their Christmas trees. He switches on the lights strung across the fence by the road. The Christmas Tree Farm is open for the holidays. Most people tramp through the woods until they find a Christmas tree that looks just right for them. They cut down that tree and they carry it to the tree hut, where we collect their money and offer them Christmas cookies baked by Grandma. People drive from everywhere to buy their Christmas trees from Grandpa. He loves to talk about the trees. He gives tips on how to keep them fresh at home. So one of his tips is, keep your tree in a cool place until it comes in. Shake it so the dead needles fall off. Cut off a thin slice of the trunk so it will get lots to drink. Put it in a stand and make sure it always has lots of water. So those are the things you need to do before and after you get your tree. The tree comes out the other end, covered with a net that holds the branches close to the trunk. And now it's easier to tie to the roof of the car. So he takes care of this. He pulls them through and he gets them nice and tied up, and then they go in the cars. Most people do not know Christmas tree farming is year-long work. We have a lot of farms right around here, and I bet you know of a few. In the spring, a truck delivers hundreds of seedlings that are not much bigger than Grandpa's hand. The seedlings have many enemies. There are insects and diseases, rabbits and deer. We lose many seedlings, so we must plant more than will ever grow into trees. Grandpa, Dad, my sister Emily, and I plant the seedlings in straight rows. Each row is about 6 feet from the next. We leave enough space so we can drive a tractor with back end blades between the rows, turning up the soil so weeds do not hurt young trees. By summertime, the trees are wild and shaggy with new growth. Under the hot sun, we trim and prune and shape the trees. When we are done, they look like real Christmas trees. In the fall, we measure and tag the trees. Grandpa uses a wooden pole painted with different colored rings. The pole shows how tall a tree is, so we know how much it will cost. A tree as tall as an orange ring is 4 feet tall and gets an orange tag. Blue means 5 feet. A tree that has 6 feet gets a red tag. So that's a pretty big tree. The tallest trees are marked with yellow tags and are 7 feet and up. It takes more than 15 years for a Christmas tree to grow that tall. It is no surprise that trees with yellow tags are the most expensive, because they're the biggest, and they're the oldest, and the tallest, and they take the longest to grow. Grandpa closes the tree hut early on Christmas Eve. I count the money while he oils and hangs the saw until next year. This is the day when aunts, uncles, and cousins come to Grandpa and Grandma's house for an old-time tree trimming party. In the backyard, we decorate the blue spruce with strings of popcorn and cranberries, birdseed wreaths, and stars of suet. We stand at the window and watch the birds feast in the glow of our Christmas tree. And here's a picture of all of the different trees. I wonder if you have a favorite. Can you see them all? There's a Douglas fir. There's a blue spruce. There's a Scotch pine. Lots of different kinds of trees. I wonder which one is your favorite. Thank you so much for letting me read this story to you, The Christmas Tree Farm. And from all of us here at Graves Library, we hope you all have a wonderful, healthy holiday season. Thank you.